Alright, welcome back. Yeah, there we go. Last time, we managed to get a couple reforms through. So now we've got Sanctioned Merchant and, finally, Free Peasantry. Always good to get that one. Not much else on Internal Miners, though. Oh well. There's always work to be done. China also is going through another collapse and rebirth, though I don't think Ming will be able to keep it going. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see how it goes. I also went ahead and finished bureaucracy ideas. The whole increased state reach interaction is now much more powerful. So over time, I'll slowly obtain more and more state reach, pushing me ever onwards. I'm just going to have to deal with the low legitimacy and bad stability, but I should be able to do that without too much difficulty. Yeah, I have to look. Okay, stability is not an issue at all. Unless I want to reform something, but yeah. I've also been encroaching southward, and I finally have a coastline! Woo! Just don't expect me to be able to use it. Ayutthaya is almost completely gone too, so that's awfully nice. But conquering anything right now is not in my list of things I should do. Yeah, probably best to grab tech now rather than later. Pike squares. Pike squares were a reaction against cavalry charges, allowing infantry to protect themselves against them. The long pikes allowed 3 or more ranks of men to attack an enemy horseman before he reached their lines. Faced with a wall of spears, only a foolhardy horseman would willingly charge into their ranks. Lamoral plus 0.07, combat with plus 2, infantry shock plus 0.15, artillery shock plus 0.03. Enables, well, new infantry. I have so many diplo points, I probably should get more diplo points. Flush blanking. Beginning in the 15th century, European shipbuilders began building ships caravel style. Carvel style? Using flush planks to build a skeleton rather than the traditional clinker style of carving the hull first. This allows shipbuilders to use much less expensive cuts of wood and not need thousands of iron rivets clinker ships demanded. The result was a much cheaper ship that did not sacrifice quality. Ship durability plus 2%. Full rig ships. Square sails, often used in the north, had the advantage of power, while lateen sails used in the south were highly maneuverable and relied less on the wind blowing in the right direction. As ships grew larger, some began to carry both square and lateen sails in order to take advantage of the wind while it was favorable, and to continue sailing when it was not. These full-rig ships soon came to dominate both northern and southern waters. Naval force plus 3%, naval morale plus 0.25. That should be enough for now. I'll take the academy too. With a renewed emphasis on the glories of the past came attempts to re-establish their institutions. One such attempt was a new academy modeled after the one run by Plato. There, like-minded philosophers could meet and debate issues without fear of censorship, and youth seeking an education could attend and enrich their minds. Stability cost interval minus 1%. Right, okay, reforms. It would be very good to go to city charters. It will greatly increase the power that the burghers have, which means I don't need to increase it any further. And it also improves urban and commerce production. The country is a bit unstable, though. But I can do this interaction. Provide temporary tax relief. The elites certainly like it, but I won't be collecting taxes for a while. Well, at least I won't be burning many points. Okay, so now that I'm stable enough to actually do reforms, I do want to check something. No, merchant faction. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's check the other one, see if there's anyone that I'm actually is preferable. Fine, stick with the exact same. Okay. There. I definitely have the points for it. I just need to get a metropolitan influence to 30, which should be easy. Yes, excellent. Okay. Not quite high enough to contest the aristocrats, but... Right of coffers. I could jump straight to commercial law. That might be a bit too much, though. What's my executive authority? 83.3% executive authority. I think I can handle 3 reforms at once. You can't. You can only do 2 reforms at once. Okay, fine. I was hoping to be able to jump because you need to have city charters that is different than 3. It could be lower, it could be higher. Generally I go higher, but I do remember one campaign where I actually went lower. Either way, I'm probably not going to go for 6. 5 or 1 are the key points. Because at 6, the burghers start to become extra powerful, and I'd rather all the elite factions be as weak as possible. Anyway, let's properly end the war. But yeah, the reforms should go through soon. Costs most of my legitimacy, all of my stability, but burghers will become even more powerful, and I'll start to get commerce income, and the nobles won't. Plus the burghers are going to become stronger. Which is why I didn't do the interaction to increase the power, and I forgot to do interactions, dang it. Sure. Remember? No. Okay. Yeah, burger power still increasing. Good. They're not willing to give, at least not from here, so. But, with the addition of that, and that war score, that should be enough. Along with some cash. Okay, now take the cash and... I think we've fabricated claims. Well, in that province. Sure. Well, at least you've got something good on you, right? Yep, okay. Well, okay. Arbitrary is awful. It just is. Right. Wheellock muskets before anything else. Wheellock muskets used a flint and steel to create a spark that lit their gunpowder. Since they did not rely on matches, wheellocks could be fired even in the rain, making them far more reliable. However, the guns had a bad reputation. Since they did not leave a telltale glow like matchlocks did, wheellocks were the preferred choice of assassins. Land morale plus 0.08, combat width plus 2, infantry fire plus 0.1, cavalry fire plus 105 enables, well, new cavalry and maybe cannons? Probably not cannons. I think culverins are European. Does not matter, so I'm taking the elephants. Definitely taking multiple masts too. Before 1400, many ships still used one or two masts. As ships made longer voyages, they needed even more cargo, and more room aboard ships. These larger ships demanded even more masts. Soon, three-masted ships were common. It would be aboard such a ship that Columbus made his fateful journey. Ship durability plus 2%, trade range plus 50. Right, okay. I believe, yeah, it should be easy to get a metropolitans enough influence for that. The question is there a burger advisor that's cheap? I'm feeling that even a burger advisor at all. Okay, there's one up there, but he's not cheap. First, I have to check to see if I can even... Yes, okay, so I can get enough influence. Alrighty then, let's get to it. Further reform. Yeah, that's better than all that legitimacy I earned. And most of the stability, though, amazingly, not all of it. I do want to leverage the elite. Start renegotiating urban charters. Get the autonomy down. There we go. We've got commerce, right, 8, and urban governments 5. I'm not going to 6. Free cities just grants more power to the burghers. There is no reason for me to do it. No real reason, anyway. They're powerful enough as it is, and I do not need to have them pushed any further. Now, that means I should have commercialization start to appear in certain provinces. As I fulfill all the country requirements, and most of my provinces have centralization already. If not all, well, okay, most of them. Yeah, those should be the provinces that meet the requirements anyway. Right, so centralism present, trade value at least 3, broker power at least 40. Okay, maybe lowering the power wasn't the best of ideas, but give it time. Also needs a low peasant subsistence, but it's kind of hard to gauge that, but... Yeah, broker power is really high in my capital. I'm sure this province has really high broker power. Yep. What about this one? Probably not, but still some. Enough trade value for sure, though. Angkor is probably going to be a key point, though. No, actually, broker power is fairly low, but there's a lot of trade value sitting in that province. These provinces might get it. The burghers, it's questionable. It's based on the strength. Guarantee me. Okay. God. Constant mentioning it. My voice still feels a bit off. Burger loyalty is useless for now. Still maxed out. There we go. Right, now to deal with the Nusians' armies to the south. Hopefully they'll move in such a way so that I can... Nope, okay. Just walk right by and deal with the most important enemies, then making sure the Separatists don't win. Thing is, depending if I get a positive event somewhere, then it's a guaranteed success because 10%, less than 10% garrison was an automatic win. There we go. Okay. Finally, something other than status quo. Probably a good point to stop here. Right? Yeah, okay. So, I went through quite a few wars, including a defensive war against Bengal, so Tak is now owned by Bengal. Yeah. How dare you ruin my pretty borders. Anyway, I have also managed to attack Champa and win. Majapahit, I have not seen any Majapahit troops during that, and well, not only do they not have very many troops, all their subjects were rebellious, so I guess they're a bit busy. Oh, God. Just that. Create claim. Okay. I am dealing with rebels. I also saw that Dai Viet had like 8k troops, so why not attack? And while they are guaranteed by Ming and Liu Dong, neither were, well, it wasn't Liu Dong, but neither of their guaranteers were particularly interested in defending them, because they were a bit busy with the war. So Great Xia has taken the mandate, and unlike Ming before them, actually got the recently unified China positive modifier. Amazing, isn't it? And even without it, they're actually looking to be fairly okay. They still need to get their war exhaustion down a bit, but otherwise, apparently they have no province trauma. Better meritocracy would also help in order to get mandate up and corruption down. Keep the good stuff going. They might actually be able to pass a reform or two before inevitably collapsing again. Woo. Yeah, I've actually done a string of reforms. I managed to get to Commerce Law 8 and extensive charters in urban governments. In fact, I've actually started reducing burgher power using the excess loyalty from the latest reform, and even then the power's still increasing. Yeah. Just goes to show. I was expecting it to spread to more provinces. Institution invention. Is province subsistence that high in most of my provinces? Commercialization present. Trade value at least 3. Peasant subsistence at least, well, less than 60. At most 60%. Broker power at least 40. I mean, it does have enough trade value, and the burghers are fairly strong, but this being the only one's a bit weird. It's high subsistence economy. Oh, come on. Okay. There's no real way to reduce that outside of increasing cash crops, well, increasing specialization, which I can't really do, and urbanizing even further. Oh, the peasant subsistence economy of the entire node is... Oh, that's probably why. Over here it's only 50%, and here it's 20%. Then why aren't you getting it? Oh wait, aren't your burgers weak? Yes. You need to wait for the burgers to strengthen there. Yeah, the Cambodian rebels were especially strong, so... This particular war is not going to be an easy one. Oh well. The country is becoming stabler again, and I have been working on getting state reach up. I'm unable to reform at the moment though, because I was focusing on getting to the point where I can start getting commercialization. Though very high peasant subsistence means it's going to be difficult to work around, but work around it I shall. I just need to increase theocratic influence and yeah. A lower autonomy would be great in order to move to a proper provincial administration. It is not possible anytime soon. Same as appointing magistrates across the realm. Either of those would be helpful, but not possible anytime soon. A clear hierarchy would help. Yeah, I could probably get 30 bureaucratic influence by this point. Hard maybe. Hard maybe. It depends on a range of factors. Like, can the nobility... Do I get lucky and have the nobility reduce influence? Stuff like that. Finances are doing amazing, which is actually kind of annoying because I don't have any... The reason why finances are so amazing is that taxation is reasonably effective for this early in the game, and my recruitment is still levy-based, which is why my manpower is consistently low. If I can go to a volunteer system, it would help, but The aristocrats are just too strong. I need to get their... I need for their influence to be weaker. I need to have good bureaucratic influence as well. And that's the hard part, getting good bureaucratic influence. So thankfully, moving towards a proper military recruitment and organization system would reduce their gravity too, which would be great, because noble gravity means that the resting point for their power is around 73-74%. And moving to aristocracy requires them to have less than 70 power. I would prefer for them to move to that, because that will greatly decrease their power and all that yummy stuff. Nothing feels good like getting the nobles to be weaker. Anyway, I have definitely gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then.